power draw compared to what happens when we go to an always available model, and that's obviously a running average, but the net result is a little over a closer to 60% drop in utilization. So in conclusion for us, there are actually a couple of interesting ones for us from scaling the business up. One is the old hardware was obviously a huge cost. The increases in hardware are rather substantial impact to the business, both from a processing power perspective as well as a power draw perspective. But the other thing that was very interesting in the end result from us is it forced us to address a re-architecting of our application much earlier than we had originally planned, to change the application so it could address horizontal scalability, so that as application requests came in, we can cycle on and off specific pieces of our application based on which service requests were being asked of us. And originally, from a business perspective, we weren't actually planning to address that until farther on down the road. But when you look at the numbers, when you look at the dollars and cents of how much hardware we're not going to utilize and how much electricity we're not going to utilize, it was pretty much a no-brainer to make that transition. And the numbers really do speak for themselves. And we'd like to thank PowerAssure for their help in helping us identify this in net savings.
Great case study. Are there any questions? We have a few minutes for questions. If not, we'll... there's a question.
So, did you change the power state of the hardware, or you also changed the application at the application level?
Actually, what we did is we re-architected our application. Our application, which was designed, typical of a startup, right? You build it, they come, you get money, you build it right. We went through that phase. The question is how soon in your company life cycle do you have to do the build it right part, right? So, no, obviously the hardware, what we did is we cycled out old hardware for new hardware. The new equipment from the new technology from Intel and AMD are both staggering in their improvement over the last couple of years. Architecturally, the tools to make it software as a service, as an infrastructure, and expose it on an on-demand basis makes a huge difference. And it's just something that we had to face early. And the net result is it makes everything else from there much, much easier.
Let me address another part of that question, which was regarding the case study. We basically turned on and off the servers as the load curve went up and down, and kept the safety buffer in terms of number of servers running, so that you always have more capacity than you need at any given time and never reach the top line of what's running at any given time. And because they re-architected the application so that it's load balanced, you could easily turn off and on equipment and add it into the load balancer as you go.